He devours over 1,000 cattle at every meal, and drinks hundreds of tons of whiskey, yet, even so, he's only half full. The ministers watching this immediately did the math for the king. If the man keeps eating and drinking like this, then soon enough, the whole country will be completely consumed. Hearing this, the man felt a bit embarrassed. So he quickly grabbed a hat nearby, walked down to the shore and scooped up hundreds of tons of seafood with ease. Then he poured it out on the ground to share with the islanders. The villagers cheered joyfully at the sight, showing their gratitude to the man. The king, seeing this, immediately came up with an idea. To defeat the long-standing enemy, he sent the man out to sea to confront them. Sure enough, under overwhelming force, the enemy was no match. Soon the man dragged back their warships. The king was delighted with this victory. He immediately awarded the man a giant medal. Then the king announced a second prize. He intended to marry his princess to the man. Hearing this, the man found it utterly ridiculous, so he fled from this land of chaos. Not long after, he arrived at another island. He saw two normal people sitting by the shore. When the man ran over to check, he realized they were two humanoid dolls. Just as he was puzzled by this, a huge shadow suddenly appeared right behind him. The man suddenly noticed a huge shadow looming behind him in terror. When he turned around to look, he realized it was a 100-foot-tall giantess. Panicked, the man rushed to the shore, ready to flee, but the giantess grabbed both him and the boat in one sweep. She then ran straight toward the castle, presenting the man to the king. To the man's surprise, he found his long-lost wife here. To keep the man at ease and settled, the king spared no expense building a miniature castle. He wanted the tiny couple to live here forever. But just as they prepared to spend their lives together, the giantess suddenly showed up. It turned out the king had heard of the man's exceptional chess skills, so he wanted to challenge him to a match. Facing chess pieces much taller than himself, the man found even moving them exhausting. Yet, relying on his skill, he won the game. This utterly humiliated the king. He flew into a rage. Then he locked her in a birdcage. Next, to teach the man a lesson, the king summoned his pet miniature crocodile, setting up a battle between man and beast. Fortunately, the man was agile. He skillfully dodged the crocodile's attacks, but this couldn't go on forever. So the man drew his sword and counterattacked. Though he gave it his all, he was clearly outmatched in strength. After just one round, he was knocked to the ground by the crocodile. In this critical moment, the girl appeared just in time. She quickly placed both the man and herself into a basket. Before anyone could react, she escaped with them successfully. But soon the king and his men gave chase. They caught up by a small creek. Seeing no way out, the girl threw the basket into the river. The king saw this and immediately hurled a huge rock at it. Luckily, it missed them. They narrowly escaped with their lives. After drifting for several days, they finally reached land. Behind a rock, a fisherman appeared. He was about their size. Only then did they realize they had finally returned home after all their hardships. From then on, they lived shamelessly and happily. And with that, the story ends.